Alright. Which ones have I not done yet? No, it's interesting how it randomizes the appearances when you jump into the season. Also, I've never actually seen that outfit in the game. Like, I've tried out like 4 or 5 different looks, and V-neck bodice, nope, haven't seen that. So, what have I not done yet? I have not done a necromancer or a rogue. Now, let's try rogue. Yeah, sure, why not? Not really a fan of the eyeshadow look. Okay, weird eldritch runes. Interesting. Yeah. Why is a rogue doing that? I don't know. Different eldritch runes. Yeah. This is almost like having tiger stripes painted on your skin. Well, there's eldritch runes, but not a whole lot of them, and a bunch of symbols. Wow. Like full sleeve tattoo. Very similar to the way the barbarians would have them. Yeah, there's several of these I just like, why? Interesting, with the tattoos here, though. Oh, leg tattoos, right. I hadn't looked at those. But yeah, leg tattoos too. Didn't really like this face whatever stuff. Nothing. Nah, don't like that. Too boring. I would say some of these are very strange. It's like, why? Nothing. You know what? I'm not actually sure I like this one better than the other ones. Several different ones, the arcane scribbles. Yeah, go with this one. Cool. Makeup, that's what I was looking for. How about make it stop with the freaking ridiculous eyeshadow? Yeah, that looks better. And of course everyone starts out with the same fur outfit because reasons and logic and maybe, possibly.
I should find better shelter before I freeze.
Everyone's worried about freezing to death because reasons. Alright, let's see what the skills are for this character class. Increases energy regeneration by 20% for 6 seconds. That is an interesting thing. See, because like part of the reason why I didn't like start with this one is that this conceptually felt like it was halfway between the Amazon and the Assassin from the older game. Like, Assassins did not specialize in ranged weapons, but when you look at this one on the screen, you see a bow. Stab enemies, and gives you temporarily the ability to be not body blocked by enemies. That is an interesting one. Note how these are tagged as either cutthroat or marksman. Yeah, marksman. These are ranged attacks. So I'm guessing these are classes are like stabby melee fighter or ranged sniper kind of thing. I don't feel like going through all of these because, quite frankly, a lot of these are just like lying. Oh, throw blades. Okay. So it's not necessarily bow skills, but, you know, this is a bow skill. Requires a ranged weapon. Requires a ranged weapon. Requires dual-wielded weapons. Requires dual-wielded weapons. Requires dual-wielded weapons. Huh. Okay, so Stutter Step. Critically striking enemy gains 5% movement speed for 4 seconds. Basically, it's like the whole like speed kill assassin builds people used to do. It's where they would have like high raw damage, high movement speed, and just like stab, 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 stab. This, however, is a ranged attack. This feels a lot like one of the Amazon skills from D2, although I'm not sure which skill would be closest to this. Yeah. Interesting how this is specific to using rapid fire when you're hitting a vulnerable enemy. Wonder which skills we have to make them vulnerable. Oh, hey, look, it's this way. Yeah, okay. Barrage. Again, ranged weapon attack, ranged weapon attack. Dual wield attack, dual wield attack, ranged weapon attack. Each arrow has a chance to ricochet up to one time. Ricochet still 40% of the damage. Base damage. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what analogy to use for that from previous games, but hey, you know, ranged attacker, sure. I'm genuinely not sure what to make of this. What does it mean by blades return to you? Sounds like an interesting thing, though. It's like, you know, it's like, is this a? Doesn't say it's a melee attack. So I guess you like throw knives, and then the knives just like zip back to your hand. I don't know. Again, it's a cutthroat skill, not a marksman skill. Arrow pierces through enemies in a line. dealing 23 damage. This is one of those where it's like line them up, shoot like 10 guys all at the same time with a single arrow. Stabs and slashes. That is, yeah. Okay, this is different. So it's like this is one of the things that assassins didn't really do in Diablo 2 is that they didn't do damage prevention effects. The only one I can think of was the fade thing where you just like cast a buff on yourself where you would take less magic damage for a certain period of time. But that was basically just like a buff to increase your magical resistances temporarily. It didn't actually apply a second layer of modifier. It just increased your base resistance. Oh, and you get this and this. Okay. This would actually be incredibly useful when you are doing a speed attack build. It's like oh, I gain hit points every single time I kill something. That sounds amazing. Oh yeah, it looks that way. Alright, let's see what I've got here. Based on weapon types. Ooh, daggers, swords, bows, and crossbows. Interesting. Yeah. I'm genuinely not sure what to make of this because this feels like it requires you to specialize. And let's see what these other abilities do. Shadow Step. This feels a lot like the Dragon's Flight ability from DA2, but it's not exactly the same. It's like Dragon Flight was basically a melee attack where you would teleport to your enemy and then attack them. Thing is, in D2, assassins had an entire skill tree for combo-rific nonsense, where it's like, okay, use this skill to add charges, then use your basic melee attack or a specially designated finisher move to expend the charges. This doesn't seem to be that complicated. And a lot of the things that used to be used for that seem to have been, like used as inspiration for other abilities. I'm not really sure exactly what to make of some of this stuff. Damage reduction against damage over time effects. Okay, but it's only 5%. Doesn't seem good. Control impairing effects. Yeah, I'm not sure how that works out, honestly. As much as I played the game, which really isn't that great. This is something that you would have reason to care about it if your build actually did this regularly. If your build doesn't, then don't touch this. Yeah, I'm not sure how you would daze enemies. I don't remember seeing something that does that yet. Might have missed it though. Okay, so this knocks down dazed enemies when you crit them, but I'm not sure how high you could actually get your crit chance to use that. Zoom, stabby, or... Okay. Wait, hold it. Oh, enemies damaged by my dash take bonus damage from critical strikes, but only critical strikes. Oy. Sure, I like that one. Oh, crowd control enemies, then dash them to reduce the charge time of dash. No, I would not bother with that one. This had a very, very specific plan. Okay, here's something that dazes things. Yeah, it doesn't seem like an easy way to daze things. Dark Shroud. Okay, this is a lot like Fade. Damage reduction. But, see, it creates shadows, and the shadows get killed by enemies, so you would have to keep recasting them, I guess. Not entirely sure how this would work out in practice. Because unlike Fade, which was just an unremovable buff, this is this is something that gets damaged by having enemies attack you. Okay, that's something. Ooh, bonus crit strike chance if you have active shadows. Nice. It's not a huge amount, but it's enough to be worth noticing. Run faster when you have Dark Shroud active. Oh, that sounds great. Because this would... Okay, see, so it's like... This says you can have up to 5 shadows. And this would give you 4% per shadow. So 4 times 5 is 20. Yeah, that's nice. There's one thing to remember about a speed melee character is the faster you move, the faster you kill things. Why doesn't this not just say 6% to all enemies? Seriously, it's like healthy or injured. I don't know. Alright, let's see. Poison Trap. This is one of those things that I've seen enemies use it on me, and quite frankly, didn't like it, and realized that it was actually kind of avoidable, at least for human players. I mean, one of them got me, but like it was an entire boss fight where he was flinging them around their room like confetti, and only actually stepped in one of them. Wasn't this one though? Traps, I mean, for bosses, yeah, traps seem like the sort of thing that would be pretty reliable as ways of damaging bosses. Yeah, bosses don't do knockdown. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what this is. Wait, imbuement skill. What? Why would I use the trap to reset imbuement skill? This isn't an imbuement. Center for his grenade. Smoke grenades are... Okay, this is actually an easy way to daze enemies. So if you were doing a build where you had a reason to care about dazed enemies, this is something you could do for that. Dazed means the enemy cannot attack, but they can move. I think I've actually had that happen to me playing the game. I just didn't know what the term for it was. Oh yes, this one. Make yourself invisible and try not to die. Alright, well, let's see what else we got. Imbued skills gain 5% increased critical strike chance. Sure. What do we have that does shadow damage? None of these does shadow damage, as far as I know. Okay, this does shadow damage. I don't know, this is a weird one. Honestly, it feels an awful lot like uh, Enchant, except that this, um, instead of being all attacks, it's imbuable attacks only. Well, okay, I guess with Enchant would be like any like weapon attacks. Poison imbuement. Imbue your weapons with lethal poison, blah blah blah. Bonus poison damage. More poison duration. Increase the critical hit damage. Sure. Let's see here. Reducing the damage done by poison enemies. Bonus poison damage. And bonus attack speed for each enemy you poison. That's interesting. It's like, imbuement, it's like, because like there actually was a skill in Diablo 2 that was basically the same as poison imbuement, where you would add poison damage to your attacks. But it's like basic weapon attacks or martial arts skills. The thing with Diablo 2 is that there were 3 buffs that the assassins could add to themselves that kind of sort of shared I forgot what the word for it was. But they were mutually exclusive. You had to choose between a physical damage resistance, magic damage resistance, and bonus poison damage to your attacks. Yeah, we got here. Oh, cold imbuement. This is not something that reminds me of Diablo 2. Then again, while the assassins in Diablo 2 did conceptually have shadow-based abilities, didn't do shadow damage. Ice damage. Sure, why not? See, one thing here though is that while assassins in D2 did use trap-based stuff, it wasn't traps like step on a thing and have it bite you. It was traps like throw things in the general direction of enemies that attack them, or that, you know, ones you actually have to step on. And of course, you know, hey, freeze enemies, do bonus damage to them, why not? Let's see what we have here. Traps. I mean, get better traps, sure, why not? Exploding stun grenades, sure. Yeah, this is when you would need to like spam vulnerable. And then hope that the explosions actually kill something? I don't know that I actually like this one. But, this is one of those things where you can target a boss, use vulnerable and this on the boss, and then have the explosion possibly kill the boss's minions for you. That actually seems like a useful strategy. Bonus critical strike damage, first strikes of precision, and yeah. Huh. I don't know. But this is something that you would have close up. And so like a speed melee build would probably like this quite a lot. And that was another thing with Assassins in D2 is that you had speed melee builds. You had the ones that would focus on traps and just, fling things that would attack the enemies, kind of like the Hydra spell does. It's like you'd throw down the flamethrower trap. The flamethrower trap, flamethrowers your enemies, and you don't actually fight them directly. Well, you don't have to, anyways. Momentum, energy regeneration, movement speed, and damage reduction. Yeah, that sounds good. Oh, but to build momentum, you have to either stab enemies in the back, hit stunned, dazed, or frozen enemies. None of those sounds reliable. Rain of arrows. Okay, that sounds fun. Obviously requires a bow because rain of arrows, but Okay, this causes knockdown. That's nice. Okay, this is definitely something you'd want for a speed melee build. Although, the way this is designed, it would also work for ranged weapon builds too. Move. Well, note how it says 15 meters. That's actually a pretty long distance, so this is something that you would probably want more for ranged attacks. Because it only really, like, ping once and then move again, ping once and then move again. For a melee build, you would probably not be able to get much out of this. Moving, gain, energy regeneration. That honestly sounds really good. Because of the fact that even if you're just like, kill an enemy, move to the next one, kill that guy too, you're moving. If you bother with ultimate skills at all. This would pretty hit or miss, honestly. It's like if you're not using a bow, don't. Death Trap! Yeah, again, it's very much a turret. It's just like bomb. Place bomb. Bomb explode. Next. Now this is interesting because the fact that this pulls enemies towards it so that it can explode. That I like. Oh, and reduce cooldown anytime it kills someone. However, the cooldown's base is 50, so yeah, you need that. Where's the trap for death cloud? You get 4% increased critical strike chances vulnerable to tropical damage. Alright, so, up to 10% damage, or up to 10% chance to gain 8 energy. Non-physical. This is interesting because the fact that if you're doing a quick melee build, you're going to do mostly physical damage, and this won't work. this really, like, I think this counts as physical. Oh yeah, physical damage, shadow damage, physical damage. So most assassin stuff or rogue stuff does physical damage. So yeah. Well, that's something that would definitely be a good thing for getting more crits. Although I have to question just how much it would actually work. You know, I've actually